All right, welcome back. I'm gonna show you a quick local privilege escalation path that is I think is pretty cool. I am working on this Sauna hack the box machine. So the intended way I think was through the domain privilege escalation, which it was by doing DCSync attack. I can do a video on DCC attack in another time if you need to learn the what is necessary to perform that. But so one thing that caught my attention on an earlier enumeration was the user FC. Where are you? The user FC. That's the credential. It's able to connect to the it authenticates to SMB, and then you can enumerate shares. So once you enumerate shares, if you're not new to CTFs, you know that the IPC, it's most of the time it's going to be locked down, not accessible. But in this case, the low-level privileged user is able to actually CD into the share, and then this is not really a share. It's not a storage file storage. This is mainly where you can map or you can see different endpoints, RPC, which you can try to connect to those endpoints via the engine RPC client. So in reality, SMB is just the transport layer for those name pipes. But that was pretty something interesting that caught my attention. So if we let me see where we are. So we're here in the file shares, hence the so started with that and then went to the file shares. That's pretty cool too. You can find a lot of policies and GPOs, file shares, the IPC. That if you're able to get into that, go here and it'll tell you a little bit of that. It's going to expose name pipes, and here are some of the relevant end pipes that you might see most of the time. And these are the way these endpoints are essential, and this is what's going to help you enumerate LDAP, SMB, Kerberos, and things like that. That's why they're open. But this one in particular, that one, it's pretty cool, and that's gonna be considered one of your high value pipes. Here it is. So let's click in here. There's a couple here that I've done, but I wanted to showcase this one. That one. Let's go now to the high level pipes, and you can see here that now we're gonna hit the node RPC. Because as you know, this is just more, the SMB is more of the transport layer. Once you get into the main pipe or pipes that you want to enumerate and see if you can touch those endpoints, then you're gonna need to an engine like RPC. So RPC here, and it goes to high value pipes, and the high level pipes here, spools. Let's do that one. That's it. This is the command, and then this is what we're gonna be seeing if we can enumerate the spools, the print spooler, print subsystem. Conference spooler is reachable and what it exposes, so we can do that to enumerate it if we have access to. So let's try to do that. So the first thing I want to do is let me see if I'm still able to echo my the IP of the machine. Not anymore. So let's copy this IP. And then one of the things that I like to do is going to create this variable, which is target equals the IP. Did I put that wrong? Okay, perfect. And then we can confirm it by echo target. All right, so let me copy this again. And let's change the password to the strokers, I believe. Strokers 23 F Smith. And by the way, this was done doing a roasting attack. I was able to find some names in the in HTTP on page 80, and then I used curve to validate the names that were valid to the Active Directory, and it gave me these two names. And then you proceeded to do a roasting, which this account was able allow me to roast that account and then crack the hash, and that's how I got to where I am now. So the strokers, stroker 23 F Smith, and the domain, I believe, let me see, the domain, open host, paste. So maybe I got the password wrong, maybe. The strokes is perfect. Now we can do enum printers, and this is going to be just for testing purposes. Perfect. Now we can enumerate the printer. The printer name is Rich Officio. Description and comment, we can print money. So what now? So let's go back in here. Let's go to that. Now we're in the spools, and then we got a couple attacks. So RPC interface exposes Windows. It's run. So the cool thing about that, and why is it on label as a high level pipe, is because it runs a system authority, and is, as we know, is accessible to the IPC name pipe. So if a user is able to bind to spools like we did, and is able to use and the enum printers works, it means that the system level service is accepting remote RPC request. So what makes this high value attack surface is it's because we can load the printer, else the system perform authentication job handling. So then I have a couple abuse classes link here, and we can do, let's try PrintNightmare. We're gonna drive a load system code execution. Let's try that. And this is by the CEV 2021-1675, or I believe this is by Stewart, Caleb Stewart, and this is by Jam Hamlet. So I think they're the same CVE. I was looking at the main script, and it does look like about the same. I think something just changed about the name of the script, but still pretty much known as PrintNightmare. So what it does is it's going to if I can remember how to when I was looking at the script, it is going to be able to create or load a new driver, and then it's gonna essentially pass a new DLL with essentially your code, your malicious code system. And then it's on that code, essentially you're gonna pass in to create a new user with a password, and it's going to place that user in the administrators group. Because the system authority already runs as level system as a system level, the new user is gonna be created as as an administrator. But since there's already an administrator, a local administrator on the machine, it's going to run as admin1, and it's gonna, if you look at the script, it's going to provide you with the password. But then I decided to try it since all the everything met the requirements that I can write, and I can essentially enumerate or connect to the spoolss endpoint. So now that's cool enough, but I'm missing my PrintNightmare, and let me look for it, and then I'll be back.